So we get to turn our attention to the international scene, which is going to be quite nice. That give me a chance to chill out, relax and enjoy the game. It's so difficult being a West Ham manager. There's so much pressure on you week in, week out, especially after last season and how well we played. So it's really nice to jump on a plane, get away from all the hustle and bustle, clear my head, look at some potential transfers and watch the boys play against Hungary. And I've got to say, what a magnificent game it was. Witsel looks a fantastic player. Vermaelen early doors getting really, really forward. The ball falls to Witsel and he has a great shot that is just wide. And we really did go all out to destroy Hungary. We played some magnificent football. Dembele looked really good. He scored the winner against us in the league in the Spurs game. He knocked the ball into Witsel. Witsel into Dembele. Dembele was all over the place, causing issues. Mertens picks the ball up, has a great shot, and again it was only just wide. But we were absolutely dominating. Vermaelen again getting forward magnificently. A little bit of pace there. A great ball back, and that is a huge miss by Dembele. Shame he couldn't do the same with that sort of header against us in the league, but those are one of those things. And then against the run of play, completely against the run of play, Hungary managed to score in the 30th minute to make it 1-0, which was really disappointing. The lads were playing so well. One slight lack of concentration in the back four, and that allows them in. I mean, to be fair, it's a good piece of skill. Can't take too much away from the lad. You know, Fellaini should have been doing a better job. Witsel should have been doing a better job in man marking in the centre of the park to allow the run in the first place. But my God, Dembele was well and truly up for the game. He had a great shot, and unfortunately that went wide. So at half-time, losing 1-0, you know, was a little bit unfair. It wasn't a fair reflection of the game because literally Hungary had not been involved in the game whatsoever apart from their one opportunity. But we started off the second half really brightly. You know, Witsel with some nice footwork tries to have a shot, but it's blocked. And then again we tried to have another shot, but three Hungarian defenders crowd us out. But we feed the ball into Witsel. He knocks it out to Mertens. Mertens is in the box. He goes for the shot. It's blocked. It was ridiculous. Hungary were literally defending for their lives. The ball comes back in, and an absolutely audacious, ridiculous attempt there by Morelos. But the ball's fed over the top to Morelos. He cuts into the box, pulls it back onto his right foot, and just slots it home. No, he slots it wide, which is really unfortunate. Got to say, do like the look of Morelos. Really do like the look of him. He looks a sprightly play, good with both feet, and he could be an interesting player. But in the second half, Hungary started to come out a little bit more, started to put a bit of pressure on us. They had an opportunity, but it was a little bit easy for us to defend. Morelos picks up the ball outside the box, a nice turn, breaks into the box, and he just rifled it into the top corner in the 86th minute. And I've got to say, that was a well-deserved equaliser. It would have been an absolute travesty if we'd lost this game. A nice piece of skill, and he absolutely levered it into the top corner. Magnificent finish. And then we pick up the ball with De Boer. Is it De Boer? De Boer? Knocks the ball into Witsel. Witsel feeds the ball into Mertens. And look at that for a cool finish. Mertens with an absolutely majestic finish. He coaxed that round the keeper into the bottom corner to make it 2-1 in the 89th minute. And to be fair, that was the right result. We totally dominated Hungary. They weren't even... They should have been on the same pitches as at times. We were playing such great football. It's nice to see that the lads are listening to me. Some of the football they're playing is very reminiscent of the football we play at West Ham. It's something I like to all my teams to play. You know, from the kids, you know, the youth team, the reserve team, they all play the same way as the first team, and that is cultured and crafted football. It's very important that, you know, throughout the club we play the same football, so when the youth team lads come into the first team or into the reserve side first and then into the first team, they're not sort of like caught in the bright lights thinking, wow, a totally different standard of football. As long as they play cultured football and learn to knock the ball about, they will always settle into the first team with no problems at all. And as you can see, this is a dream game. To be playing at home in Belgium against Brazil, against the mighty Brazil. And they've got decent players in there. You know, they've got Sandro, they've got Lucas, they've got Maicon playing. You know, that is a decent Brazilian side. And I've got to say, in this game, we took them to the absolute cleaners. We were by far the better side. Morelos is starting this time because he put in such a great performance against Hungary. How the hell we missed that open goal header, I will never know. But Dembele again was magnificent. He knocks the ball into Morelos. Morelos into Dembele. Look at the skills. Look at the football. Morelos has it. keeper goes huge and makes a world-class save. And then Paulinho knocks the ball out wide into Danilo. Danilo, tricky little player, really tricky, using his silky skills and pace, feeds it back into Paulinho. Paulinho pulls the ball back and Danilo slots the ball home after 20 minutes. And that literally was the first attack that Brazil had. They had soaked up all the pressure, hit us on the counter, and Danilo and Paulinho had basically slapped us around the face. But Vermaelen was getting forward so much from the left-back position. He feeds it into Fellaini. Fellaini uses his unbelievable strength, has a magnificent shot, but my God, what a save by the Brazilian keeper again. Really is going huge. The ball throws into Morelos. Morelos has a shot. It should have been a goal, but no, the Brazilian keeper was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And going in at half-time 1-0 down was really, really disheartening because we were such the better team. We were playing Samba football. We were playing the Barca of East London football. We were looking cultured and crafted. But look at this ball through to Morelos and oh my days. What a freaking goal. Morelos with an absolutely silky chip. That was absolutely gravy. Absolutely world class, astounding, gobsmacking genius. Look at that. All my days. That was a world-class goal. And it had been coming for a long, long time. Absolutely been coming. So drawing 1-1 was perfect. You know, it's a fair reflection on the game because Brazil, as much as we were dominating, were playing really well. Morelos with another shot. And the Brazilian keeper was just going huge. He was just unbelievable. He was like a brick wall at times. Fellaini didn't play that well for me. I'm not really impressed with Fellaini overall. I'm very impressed with Witsel. He really does look a decent player. Obviously, Morelos looks a decent player. We all know about Dembele. Dembele was an absolute nightmare for Brazil. A great shot, and again, another amazing save. But Witsel was really, really good. I do like the look of Witsel. But you know, I don't think he's a player that we can actually get at West Ham, unfortunately. But Dembele, again, picks the ball up outside the box, has an opportunity, has a great shot. It hits the post after the keeper saved it. I have no idea how Brazil got away with that. And the final score was 1-1, which I think is an absolutely amazing result considering, you know, Brazil were probably the best team in the world, you know, bar Spain. Really did play some beautiful Samba football, but it was nice to get back home to East London to take on Chelsea in a very, very big league game. And as you can see, the one defeat, but again, look at that table. It is super, super competitive. 10 points between 10th and 1st, 6 points between 10th and 2nd. That is absolutely amazing. And early doors, Isco has the ball outside the box. He shapes the shoot, pulls the trigger, and it just goes over the bar. Not sure why the West Ham TV focusing on Lukaku when it was Isco who had the shot. Really, really bizarre, but we'll have a word with them about that. But Chelsea came back at us straight away. Some nice football. Fernando Torres on the edge of the box, causing his troubles. Has the shot, but look at that diving challenge to clear the ball. Torres picked up the ball again, knocks it out wide. The ball comes back in. Torres goes for it. A lot of confusion and a great save by Butland. And again, more confusion. Torres doesn't realise where the ball is, and Butland clears it up and manages to keep the scoreline 0-0. But Moses on the right-hand side cuts inside, feeds it through to Morelos. Morelos puts it through to Fernando Torres, and thankfully Fernando is firing blanks. And Benzema picks up the ball for West Ham, moves into the centre of the park, chips the ball over to Lukaku. Lukaku with the gentle chip, and it's just wide. Oh, that was a huge chance. Going in at half-time 0-0. Lukaku had an absolute ginormous chance, and unfortunately it went wide. But Fernando Torres with a great ball over the top to De Boer. I think that's De Boer. You have to correct me on that one. Great piece of skill, and when you need someone with a cool head, oh my days, what a cool finish. Slots it home after 60 minutes to give Chelsea a 1-0 lead, and I've got to say, on a reflection of the game, it was deserved. But Lukaku picked the ball up. He knocks it into Benzema. Benzema cuts to the left-hand side. He cuts back inside. Great trickery. Has the shot. And a world-class save by Petr Cech. Absolutely world-class save. Benzema again with the ball in the centre of the park. Used his trickery. Feeds it to Filippo. Filippo shapes the shoot. And the ball is just wide. The full-time whistle goes. West Ham 0. Chelsea 1. A really, really disappointing result. And back-to-back losses at the hands of a top 4 side. Tottenham we lost 2-1, Chelsea we lose 1-0, but now it's time for an important squad report. And we're going to start off with Jack Butland. Now, Butland is he's not growing magnificently, but he has gone up, thankfully, +1. He's now sitting at 77 since the start of the season. And he's looking really, really good. I mean, his position has gone up. His reflexes are amazing. I swear to God, he plays like an 80, easily as an 80-plus goalkeeper. Nathaniel Klein, his form is reading as bad, which makes no sense to me because he has been going huge in some games. He's had one bad game, and his form went from good to bad, which was ridiculous. The tank is just huge. I mean, the guy is just... He's called a tank for a reason, and he plays like an absolute tank. He really is growing fantastically since the start of this season. He's now sitting at 82, but Tompkins is worrying me. Tompkins has been playing really, really well. Yes, he had a slight injury. He's come back, but he just doesn't seem to be able to improve. His interceptions continuously seem to go down. 1 week they go down, 1 week they go up. It's really, really annoying. Sissoko, I feel, has absolutely hit his peak. I don't feel that he will go up anymore because when he hits 26, 27, that's like the absolute peak of his career, and then he'll start to deteriorate 28, 29, 30. Eduardo, well, what can I say? He's now hit 70. He's starting to go up gracefully. A really cultured player. Really enjoy having him at the club. And Zaha has come in and gone up +2 straight away. He really is a talent. He needs to, get a bit more strength on him, but he'll be fine. Isco, great cultured player. He really is a cultured player, and it's reflected in the greens. I mean, the pluses are going up left, right and centre. Same with Adrian. He took a little bit of time to go up, but he's playing in a cam or a left wing position or a right midfield position, and he's starting to go up. He's starting to find his feet within the club. Lukaku's coming. He's starting to find his feet within the club. Guidetti, oh my days. Look at his shot power. Unbelievable. His finishing is unbelievable. His long shots are unbelievable. The lad is just unbelievable. He's going up really well. Benzier's hit a bit of a plateau, but that's because he's in a rotational position at this moment in time. Ravel Morrison seriously is playing his way into the team. His morale is content. That's because there's an issue with the contract. His form is good because he is playing bloody well. Filippo, what do I say about Filippo? What do I say? He's the talisman. He really is unbelievable. His finishing's going up, his shot power, his long shots, ball control, dribbling, his sprint speed, his reactions, his stamina. He's just absolutely the best player on the planet. I expect him to win the Ballon d'Or without a shadow of a doubt. Cristiano Ronaldo's getting on, Messi's getting on. The way is forward for this lad, and it's going to be Filippo. Dorian Jean still struggling to find any sort of form. I'm a little bit worried about him. Same with Gomez. Gomez is way too short for me to be a centre-back, and a bit concerned about him. We might have to let him go. Mbeya has come in and not done a decent job for me whatsoever. He can play left-back, he can play centre-back. He's played left-back, he's played centre-back, and he's looked absolutely atrocious every time I see him. As you can see, Salvatore's not happy. Hasn't been able to force his way into the team. I know he's a 71. I know he's got some decent stats, but when you've got the likes of Eduardo, you've got Diarmi, you've got Sissoko. It's going to be hard for anybody to break into that team. He knows he came here on a rotational scheme. I think Ruddock's going to be off. Luke Shaw is starting to grow after that setback injury he had. Knockhart is obviously unhappy. He just can't get a look in. People in his position are just too powerful, so we're going to be looking to get rid of him. Hewitt is growing magnificently. Potsy's it's not doing too bad, he's starting to grow. He's getting limited opportunities. Same with Hall, getting limited opportunities. But he's West Ham through and through, and he'll be staying at the club. Jess Rodriguez has come in and totally and utterly blew me away. He is absolutely magnificent. Leggett is unhappy as well as Mark Noble. Noble hasn't been really getting any games. Diarmi, since he's come back from snapping himself into a million pieces, has not been the same player, and that really is starting to worry me. He's not been the same player at all. That's really, really quite... I'm quite fearful because, he's at 27 years old. He's not a player I want to sell, but if he can't play at the same standard before his injury, we're going to have to, seriously think about what we're going to do with him. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed Double Upload Sunday. I will catch you tomorrow with yet another West Ham upload. Catch you later, guys.